Alright, I'm back. And right in time. Let me pause my music here. Let's see what Xbox is cooking. Particularly id with Doom. Yeah, there's a surprise. I forgot they're showing more than just 3 games. There's another studio that's showing off what they've been working on. It's like a surprise, and maybe it's like actual like mainline Bethesda with Skyrim. That's what some people said, but I doubt it. I'm gonna. Does it have captions? It does. Okay. Yeah, I cut it a little bit close, yeah. I knew they'd have an intro thing. Let's see who this is. I'm really interested to see who that ends up being. Oh, they're starting off with this one. Interesting, okay. Oh, a Team Ninja game. Okay. Wait a minute. Is this that one game that they showed off? I don't remember.
こんにちは、コエテクモゲームズチーム忍者の安田文彦です。今日は皆様にチーム忍者が長く大切にしてきたアクションシリーズの新情報を発表できる機会をいただけてとても嬉しく思います。早速ですが、こちらをご覧ください。
Several years ago, the Dark Dragon, youngest of the divine dragon gods, wreaked havoc across the world.
I mean, this
plot
looks
was
cool.
Ultimately thwarted through the efforts of a sole ninja. However, the Dark Dragon's husk remained, and from this husk fell an endless downpour of cursed rain. The abandoned Tokyo continues its struggle against chaos to this day.
Infiltrated the facility. Commencing mission.
Yeah. Okay, well. This is exactly my kind of game. I think I know what this is.
No escape.
I haven't played one of these in a while. There hasn't been one of these in a while. Looks pretty sick, though. Team Ninja always has really good combat in their games.
This is it. Ryu Hayabusa.
Yep.
Whatever your clan is plotting.
That's what I figured. That's exciting as hell, man. It's funny, I was already planning on playing these again this year because they got that Phantom Blade Zero game coming out.
Come, Raven.
Back off, Hayabusa. I will execute my mission.
Yep, Ninja Gaiden 4. I can't believe it. They finally dusted it off.
10年以上大変お待たせしました。最強の忍者となり容赦なく襲い来る敵に挑むハイスピードアクション忍者ガイデンのナンバリング最新作として忍者ガイデン4を発表させていただきました。
I didn't want to jump the gun and say it was Ninja Gaiden 4 because I was like, it might be something else. You know, you never know, but they said long standing. Yeah, they're fun. They're pretty difficult, but they're fun, man. I don't know if you have Game Pass or not, but they got the trilogy on Game Pass. It's a pretty big get for Xbox, though.
新たな世界を新主人公であるもう一人の町人ヤクモで冒険するという
This is
形
dope,
で
man.
制作することにしました。先ほどご覧いただいた映像の中でリュウ・ハヤブサも登場しておりましたが、彼は今回も物語に密
As
接
he
に関わって
often
いま
does.
す。なぜヤクモと戦うことにな
Yeah,
ったのか。
funny enough, I've never played through the Devil May Cry
リュウハヤブサの
games. I'm
本
gonna
作の物語
change that this year,
の中で
hopefully.
展開していきます。
I tried to make time last year, but I just didn't have the time.
物語は黒竜がもたらした正気の雨に
But they're right up my alley. They're my kind of games. I love
東
action
京が舞
games.
台となっています。この雨は黒竜がまだ生きている証であり、雨が止まない限り東京に安寧は訪れません。今作の新主人公であり、ハヤブサと対をなすカラス一門に所属するヤク
Okay.
モが
Alright.
首都東京で黒竜を倒し、この世界を晴らすため戦いに身を投じます。
That's gonna be cool.
これまで忍者外伝シリーズで描かれてきたダークでハードな世界観は継承し、そこにさらに危機を感じさせる要素として呪いやより混沌とした景観のデザインを取り入れています。ステージプレイ中に街が呪いの影響を受け、ビルは崩れ、道は歪み、ヤクモをピンチに陥れることでしょう。舞台となる東京はとある出来事によって街全体が崩壊し、魔族やヤクモと敵対する勢力がひしめき合う状態になっており、環境全体がプレイヤーに牙を向くように感じられるはずです。前作より立体的に自由度の増した危険に満ちたステージ
Cool.
忍具やシリー
Just
ズ
ping
おな
pong
じ
off
み
some
の対
walls.
決など忍者アクションを駆使して乗り越えていくことになります。レールアクション、スイングアクションなどのダイナミックで爽快なシチュエーションを多く追加しました。これら以外にも
Okay,
様
cool.
々なシチュエーションやチャレンジ、
Got some
隠さ
schmovement.
れたアイテムなどを用意しており、ステージが進むごとに上がっていくテンションにも驚いていただけると思います。
新しい主人公のヤクモはリュウ・ハヤブサに次ぐ新たな町人です。彼にはまだ若さも残っていますが、カラス一門を背負う天才忍者でもあり、忍者外伝シリーズにおける忍者の頂点、竜と肩を並べる次世代の町人たり得る人物としてデザインしています。
Dude, I bet the boss fights in this are gonna go
荒れ果
insane.
てた東京の治
Like,
安維持組織であり、黒竜の封印を守る竜神島や現世に蔓延する人ならざる者妖魔、そしてもちろんシリーズおなじみの魔人も登場します。また現時点では公開していませんが、新たなキャラクターやシリーズファンの方に喜んでいただける
I've only
人
played
物
the
も
first
登場
game,
します
so
ので、
you know
続報
I'm
に
not like
ご
an
期待
expert
く
on
ださ
Ninja
い。
Gaiden, but I am excited because the first game's dope.
従来のシリーズからバトルスピードをさらに加速させ、目にも止まらぬスピードで敵との攻防を繰り広げることができます。
Jesus.
さらにヤクモが使える新要素、結節忍術ヌエの型を駆使したダイナミックな攻撃によって、これまでから大きく進化した一対他の戦闘を可能にしました。ヌエの型ではこれまでの忍者外伝にはない広範囲かつ一撃必殺の攻撃となっており、多勢に無勢の状態が長く続く戦況を一気に覆すことができます。もちろん1対1の戦闘における比率も健在です。プレイヤー同様、敵もガードや回避をしてくるため、
Okay.
緊張感のあるフェアな戦闘を味わうことができます。
Yep,
敵
it's
の動
definitely
き
gonna
を
be
しっかりと
difficult,
捉えな
just
が
like the other
ら
ones.
一瞬の隙を逃さずに攻撃を仕掛けていくことが重要です。ヌエの型によって忍者外伝のアクションの味わいにさらなる進化を感じられるかと思います。
特にアクションに関しては手触り、バランス調整など細部にわたり日々議論させていただき、会社の垣根を越えた密なやり取りをさせていただいています。本作の主人公であるヤクモは竜とは一味違うアクションを有していますが、その中でもしっかりと忍者外伝らしさを感じていただけると思います。例えばカラス、ヌエ、2つの型があるという点がヤクモの大きな特徴ですが、それらが持つ多彩な性能のアクションを用いて敵や状況ごとに使い分ける攻略の深みや、
Okay.
滅脚絶技などを絡めた抑揚あるスピーディーな攻防などは
And is this coming out this year? It looks pretty polished already.
ヤクモと竜ハヤブサはそれぞれがかなり異なる個性的な遊び心地になっていますので、さまざまな戦闘バリエーションを楽しむことができるようになっています。ヤクモ、そして竜ハヤブサの双方で飛燕、伊豆名落としなどシリーズおなじみのアクションも駆使しつつ、新アクションを織り交ぜた新しい忍者ガイデンにご期待ください。忍者ガイデンシリーズに色濃く残っている歯ごたえやグレードの高いアクション体験の継承、さらに我々プラチナゲームズの特徴であるスピーディーなアクションやダイナミックな演出を取り入れ、進化した正当続編を作り上げるべく総力を挙げて開発を進めております。
容赦ない敵とのいかなる攻防にもフェアに戦える手触りをヤクモでも目指しています。皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただける日を楽しみにしています。
シリーズファンはもちろんのこと、忍者ガイデンを初めてプレイすることでも存分に楽しめる作品になっておりますので、ぜひ発売をお待ちください。
長年にわたってプラチナゲームズさんと共にまさに忍者のように潜んで忍者ガイデン4の開発を進めてきましたが、ついに発表することができて
That's like me
非常に
with
嬉しく思います。
when I was learning French back in high
今
school.
作を皆様にお届けできるのを楽しみにしています。続報にもぜひご期待ください。
Which I need to brush up on my French. I'm pretty
さて、
pretty
本
rusty.
日お伝えしたい発表はそれだけではありません。こちらをご覧ください。
I actually was gonna learn how to. I was actually gonna do the same. Actually, I forget what it was that was like that made me think I should learn Japanese, but. Alright, here's a trailer. I wonder if this is gonna have a release date attached with it. Maybe not. Maybe this is just the announcement. Golly, man, I love these kids. This shit is so cool. Alright, my YouTube stream's gonna get age blocked. Watch.
My path leads through the land of the dead.
And thus the sun sets on the Dragon Ninja bloodline.
Genshin. Go back.
Man, dude. Oh, shit. That's cool.
Our time has come.
Oh, this is interesting. When does that come out?
忍者ガイデン2のオリジナル版は2008年に Xbox 3
I never
で
played
発
this one.
売し、バイオレン
It looks
スな
sick
表
though.
現とハ
Shit,
イスピードなバトル
man.
を
I'll
皆
definitely play
様に
this.
お楽しみいただいた作品です。今作忍者ガイデン2ブラックではオリジナル版の表現に立ち戻り、アンリアルエンジン5を用いてグラフィックを大幅に刷新。
Unreal
忍者
Engine
ガイデン
5,
2
okay.
の完全版として開発いたします。
Wow, man. Lots of
綺麗
Ninja
なグラフィ
Gaiden
ック
stuff
でお
coming
楽しみ
out.
いただけるのはもちろん、竜ハヤブサに加え、綾音、もみじ、レイチェルもプレイブルキャラクターとして登場します。そして本作は本日コンソール、PC、そして Xbox
Today,
ゲームパス
wow.
ですぐに発売となります。
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Just a shadow drop? Again? It's the second time they've done a shadow drop on a developer showcase.
忍者ガイデン4の発売前にぜひ本作をお楽しみください。
Wow, man. That's insane.
今年はチーム忍者創立30周年の節目であり、本日発表させていただいた忍者ガイデン4を含め2025年
Oh,
は
it comes
忍
out this
者
year,
の年
okay.
イヤーオブザ忍者
I guess
となり
now.
ます。ぜひ忍者ガイデンシリーズの展開にご注目ください。本日はありがとうございました。
Alright. Fall. Okay, I figured it'd be later. It's gonna be on Game Pass too. That's crazy. Wow. Going to Compulsion. I cannot wait to see more of this game. This game looks really cool. This is another action game as well. And I really like the way it's stylized.
Hi, and welcome to Compulsion Games here in Montreal, Canada. At our studio, we care about world building, and we treat the setting almost like a character of its own. From the magical Noir of Contrast to the alternate history of We Happy Few,
Oh, I didn't know
we
that they
draw
did
inspiration from the
contrast.
landscape
Interesting.
to shape mood, drama, and intrigue.
That game was pretty fun.
For South of Midnight, our third-person action-adventure game, the story and characters bring a folkloric Deep South to life. This gave us a chance to explore Southern Gothic themes with a dark fantasy twist. So while our protagonist Hazel is at the forefront of our story, it's the macabre elements and larger-than-life creatures that will leave a mark on her journey and growth.
It is really picking up out there. Did you pack everything?
Mama, this ain't my first hurricane. I know what to do.
As long as you didn't forget the
Flashlights and batteries.
Oh, shoot, we got 5 minutes. Let's go.
We wouldn't be rushed if you didn't.
Don't mumble. Speak on it.
I said we wouldn't be rushed if you didn't waste all that time at the shelter.
Now, you want to bring this up right now.
I'm just saying.
Hazel, please.
We might need some help. I might need some help. While you're out helping everybody else.
Hazel!
Yeah, I think it looks sick. I saw there's, you know, of course the typical internet stuff going on with it, but
Hazel may start her journey
it looks incredible to me. I'm excited. I like how they're kind of doing the Into the Spider-Verse thing where the characters are animated at a different frame rate. And I think it's pretty cool.
And how to tap into Weaver.
Which is kind of hard to do, actually. It's not easy.
Her trajectory in life.
The land itself chooses Hazel as a weaver. Someone who can see beyond the surface and tap into a deeper reality, the grand tapestry. Weavers can see the fabric binding our world, connecting people, nature, and echoes of the past.
Keep those hands to yourself.
Hazel can perceive both the mystical strands and stigmas in the world. Through her newfound power, she reweaves these stigmas and mends the afflicted creatures she encounters.
As Hazel discovers her power, the world gradually shifts into the surreal, revealing that creatures from the old folktales actually exist.
You up here.
That's cool.
My salvation.
Among them is good old Catfish, the storyteller who
That's
becomes
awesome.
both the guide and companion to Hazel across the game.
It ain't every day I hear about a new weaver such as yourself. Would you kindly do your weaver thing and help me down?
Meeting Catfish marks the true beginning of Hazel's journey. All of Hazel's arsenal and powers are designed around textile crafting and traditional spinning wheels. Her weapons include a spindle, 2 weaving hooks, and a distaff. Her magic abilities manifest with supernatural lace-like patterns, blending the traditional craft with mystical elements. Hazel engages with the world through a variety of movement abilities. Those abilities
this
also
is
help
gonna be a
Hazel
good game.
progress on a journey.
As her journey unfolds, Hazel will master new weaving abilities, using them to traverse the world, conjure objects, and confront adversaries.
Combat is about understanding and adapting to different enemy archetypes known as Haints, the manifestations of
Haints.
corruption Hazel
That's fun.
encounters.
That's cool.
These Haints trap Hazel in combat until she unravels them, destroying them in the process.
Each Haint has its own unique moveset, strengths, and weaknesses that you'll need to learn and adapt to. For example, the Slug
Man,
Burrows
the enemy
fly around
design
and
looks
unleashes
sick,
devastating
man.
strikes from
That's
afar,
cool.
while the Ravager closes the distance with chilling speed. Hazel can counter these threats with agile melee abilities to execute powerful combos.
Some of this reminds me a little
Jump
bit of like
attacks,
Mass Effect 3-ish from when
and charge
the
attacks. But close combat is risky.
those guys would get
and can
infected and
backfire
stuff. That
because
looks
Aints
pretty
have
neat.
powerful defensive abilities. Mastering your magical skills becomes the key to gaining the upper hand in combat. Push, pull, and weave are some of the spells at your disposal that give you a tactical advantage during a fight. Timing is everything. Pull distant enemies close to start melee combos. Push them back to interrupt
You know what?
and
I'm
stun
not
their
seeing a stamina bar, which means
Then
it's not a
press the
Souls-like.
advantage with follow-up strikes.
Thank God.
Spells
Not that I have
interact
anything
uniquely
against Souls-likes
with
or
each
Souls
enemy
games,
type,
but
creating dynamic combat scenarios. Especially
not every game
when
has to
facing
be that.
multiple types of opponents at the same time. Once near death, enemies can be unraveled, breaking their core and setting them free of their corruption, which has the added benefit of providing health boosts and reducing ability cooldowns. If you play your combos right, you can enhance Hazel's combat readiness and keep on chaining her abilities. As Hazel progresses in the game, she unlocks new moves and improved abilities, and you'll have to decide which areas to prioritize. The upgrades will change how you approach combat, like enhancing area of effect attacks, or refining push and pull skills to improve precision and make them feel more rewarding. The combat system is fast and responsive, built around chaining attacks,
I would hope
landing
so.
precise strikes and unraveling enemies.
You mind if I take a look around? You can see every place old Molly terrorized and more. Now for the low, low price of $1.
In Hazel's search for her mother,
I
you'll
like that
explore
guy.
multiple regions, each ruled by a mythical creature with their own Southern Gothic history. You'll gradually uncover the backstories of these beings,
neat
once
looking.
human or
Cool.
animal, who were transformed by tragedy, their secrets waiting to be discovered. As a weaver, Hazel heals these creatures by collecting fragments of haunted memories. We call these echoes, which reveal each creature's past. Hazel must experience these echoes before she can mend them.
What kind of person would do that to someone?
We design each region to reflect the creature.
Oh, no
that's
problem, man. I'll be here. I'll be here until
atmospheric environment.
11:15, 11:30 tonight. So,
While not all
but thanks for hopping in, man. I
encounters
appreciate
lead
it.
to direct combat, Hazel will need to face mythical creatures in epic confrontation before she can heal them. Our boss encounters and gameplay sequences also reflects the uniqueness of each creature, with distinct mechanics that center
Huggin'
around
Molly.
a specific thematic.
Two-Toed Tom. I love these boss names. Sick.
As the encounters progress, the musical theme builds up, cranking the tension.
Okay. Rougarou. Or Rougarou.
It's Two-Toed Tom or Hugging Molly. Each of these larger-than-life creatures is inspired by Southern folklore and lead to climactic battles.
Very
We
cool.
got a long journey ahead.
South of Midnight unfolds as a hero's journey, and as Hazel, you'll travel through a tapestry of Southern-inspired landscapes. From abysmal swamps to flooded farmlands to the Appalachian peaks. In our magical South, decaying buildings reclaimed by nature
I like
and
the
moments away from
the
a
aesthetic
hungry road.
though.
And as Hazel delves
Like it's nice to have
deeper,
like a game that's like
reality
doing
bends
like
ever
really
more
going deep
toward
into like southern
fantastical.
stuff. It's pretty cool.
The history, landscape, and folklore of the American Deep South fill our world, and our team has infused the game with thoughtful
I
details
wonder how much stuff
and
I'll like pick up
environmental
on.
storytelling,
I like southern
like our
folklore.
bottle trees and Haint Blue porches, which are said to ward off evil spirits. The weight of the past
Cool.
emerges as central themes, which you can see through old abandoned buildings and businesses struggling to survive. As you explore, you'll meet locals who stayed behind even in the face of a hurricane.
So I'm the last person left here. All those damn Haints. This part of the river's
Haints. I like that. I love that name.
Artistically, we're staying true to our Moody Compulsion signature style. But this time, we're using a handcrafted approach inspired by stop-motion animation.
Yeah, yeah.
Which allows our team to bring a distinct personality and tone.
I'm glad
into
they're
every
addressing
Gothic
this because I'm sure there's somebody who's like, why does the game look
Because
so
this folklore is open to
juddery?
visual interpretation, we embrace the freedom to reimagine these creatures and their stories, to adapt how they look, and to craft our own version of a fantastical Deep South.
Man, this looks like it has the potential to be
At
something
Compulsion
special
Games,
though.
we
Like
love to
straight up.
craft around central themes. We're lucky to have talent across all our disciplines that collaborate to give South of Midnight such a unique personality. We hope you enjoy
That guy
this
looks like
deep
he's
dive
having
into
fun.
South of Midnight. We're thrilled to announce that the game will launch on April 8th, and
April
pre-orders
8th.
are now available
Ooh,
on
maybe Doom
Xbox
is not
and
coming out on May then. Because that would be pretty close. April 8th is soon. Okay. That's like right as soon as we're done playing. Of course, we're saving Doom for last, of course. But as soon as we're done with grinding Monster Hunter out, like, pretty much jump right into that. That's soon. Okay, I'm actually really interested in this one too.
Bonjour everyone. We are
Bonjour.
Sunfall Interactive and welcome to our manor. We are a small studio based in Montpellier, France, working on our first game, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It's a turn-based RPG set in the fantasy version of late 19th century Belle Epoque France.
God damn it.
Our grand adventure in game development actually started as a solo passion project. I wanted to create something like the JRPGs with turn-based combat I grew up with and loved, but that fully leveraged the latest tech.
It's pretty cool that
genre with new features
that we're getting this though,
and took place in a compelling world. I knew I needed help to realize my dream. First, I turned to a programmer I knew would get it.
Guillaume and I started trading ideas right away, and that quickly turned into trading files back and forth. Soon, I was creating the first prototypes of the reactive turn-based system, combining real-time offense and defense element, and a cinematic battle camera system. Things really clicked when we tested the first version of those features. We felt we had something both challenging and fun.
As Tom and I went back and forth and iterated on game elements, a vision started to come together, and I shared it with an old friend from university.
Guillaume and I are both passionate gamers, and when he described the project, I quit my job the following week and joined the team without hesitation.
That's
because
bold,
I believe
man.
That in video games, success always starts with a strong creative vision. And we had that, defined by 3 core elements. A story with great emotional depth.
The graphics on this game are pretty awesome. I like I love the menu system too. Like,
and a world that is completely original, beautiful, and immersive. We founded Central Interactive on these tenets: a group of friends with a shared vision and the drive to make something great.
This too is
Expedition 33. My French accent is
Core
not
to
good.
every great RPG is a compelling story. And Guillaume and I spent 4 years intensively developing and refining ours. And that started with the hook. 67 years ago, a massive slumbering paintress and a monolith appeared with no warning. Once a year, the paintress wakes and paints a number on her monolith, and everyone who has passed that age is erased. Every year, that number ticks down, and everyone dies younger and younger. Expeditions depart to kill the paintress, determined to fight until their final breath, but none have ever returned. Our story follows Expedition 33.
Okay. Man, look at this, dude. This looks sick.
We honor your dedication.
I love the art style.
Guillaume and I knew early on that we didn't want to focus on good versus evil.
Everybody's like skinny
What's
with big heads.
interesting to us
It's really
are people
funny.
Who, yes, are flawed, but who care deeply about each other. And conflicts arise because they have different perspectives on what needs to be done.
I'm sorry about earlier.
We wanted our story to feel dark and mature, with adult characters who feel like real people with real experiences.
I'm always missing something that everyone else just gets.
The heart of the story is about overcoming an existential
Everyone
threat
is skinny
while
with like fat
struggling with
heads.
loss and grief.
Which, hey, you know,
And
cool.
it's rooted in the characters' relationships, both to each other and to themselves.
What are we gonna do, huh? Tell me. What are we gonna do?
In a world like this, how does one stay hopeful or make peace with their fate? What duty do we owe to each other or to ourselves? These questions are deeply personal to me, and they permeate the story behind the story.
Know that Lumiere fights with you. Tomorrow comes Expedition 33.
The characters all have their own motivations and perspectives.
This looks really good,
Gustave and
man.
Lune are deeply invested in the expedition.
We'll be playing this
even if they
too.
fight
Does
all
this
the
have a
time.
release date?
Then,
Everything has a
missions
release
tie
date so
not only
far.
to their family,
I mean, like,
but
Ninja Gaiden 4 is
also
coming out this
identity
year
and
in
purpose.
fall, it said.
Protocol doesn't cover
There's a-
every contingency.
There's
You know that.
Contrast that with Ciel, whose darkest days have already happened.
What are the stars whispering to you? Actually, I'm the one whispering to them. It's something my dad and I used to do.
And Maëlle,
Interesting.
who cares more about really living her life, not just living longer.
Gustav, are you real?
It's not all dark, though. Along the way, they meet various colorful NPCs and recruit Monoko, who is a friendly but
Monoko.
kinda bloodthirsty philosopher and a fully playable character.
Okay.
He has a really cool battle mechanic
He
that
looks
can
cool.
turn into the enemies he defeats.
What are you doing?
Just need the foot. Aha!
He's very, very old and has seen many expeditions come and go. He is a Jestroll, which are a group of playful beings who view battle as a form of meditation. They're fun and sort of ridiculous. You'll meet Monoko and many other Jestrolls across the game.
Bonjour.
And of course, there is Eskier.
I like that guy.
And otherwise, the most powerful creatures in the verse.
Eskier is that powerful?
He will be your mount and help you travel to secret corners of the world.
Oh,
If
neat.
you bring him back his special stones, you can unlock abilities for him to access new areas of the world and find
This guy's. I love this guy.
But I'm not that strong.
Everyone has their own reason for joining the expedition, and each of them has their own story arc and resolution that we think players will really connect with.
Okay.
In addition to a strong narrative, we had a clear vision for our own take on the genre's core gameplay. Our reactive turn-based system takes the traditional turn-based battle mechanic we love and adds real-time reaction.
Oh, neat. That's cool.
Which gives combat greater intensity and dynamism. During enemy turns, you can negate all damage by dodging or firing at the right time. But balancing turn-based with real-time mechanics took a long time to get right. During initial playtests, turn-based players often found the real-time elements too hard. Some of us are still traumatized by enemies from back then. We've done a lot of rebalancing since, and with a lot of iteration, we ultimately came up with a formula that we're proud of. Players who are good at real-time can take more risks, and others can counterbalance with items and strategies. A big part of that formula lies in the many ways you can customize your character. We spend a lot of time designing each character's unique mechanics and their custom skill trees. Our philosophy is making every type of playstyle viable so that everyone can have fun with how they play the game. Each character has a unique mechanic. Mel switches between stances which can ultimately boost defense or power. I personally like to make Mel the protector of the group, but I'm pretty much the only one at the studio who plays her that way. Most people play her as a glass cannon with Gustav's complementary skills. The characters can also equip hundreds of passive effects,
whoa, look at all
which
this
in our
shit.
game
Jesus.
are called
I don't know.
Every character has more
It's
than 20
complicated.
skills in the skill tree and hundreds of passive effects. They can
Holy
gain
shit.
through Lumina and weapons. So there are a ton of builds and playstyle to explore. Needless to say, we can't wait to see how you choose
That
to
seems a
play
little
and
daunting
what kinds
for
of
me
builds you'll
personally.
design that we probably never
That's a lot of
even
shit.
imagined.
I'll definitely still try it out. I mean, it'll be on Game Pass, so.
Our story is set in the French fantasy world, and I was really excited to design something unique. Every level has its own color and texture identity. For example, the Jestroll Village is an early area in the game where players can enjoy a fun break. We wanted something that feels chaotic, grungy, and toy-like. It's basically a bazaar. Everything's disorganized, chaos everywhere, huts are unsafe, built without much thought. It's a place
The art
where
direction on
anyone
this
could
is
fight
sick,
you
though.
at any point, which is pretty much what the Jestrolls are like. The Jestroll Village is hidden inside the ancient sanctuary. The ideas here were forest, labyrinth, and sentinels. I designed it as a vibrant place, like an old graveyard of Jestrolls, or forgotten wooden toys in a box, with two main colors, red and white. I wanted to make it feel cozy, hidden from danger, with traps and labyrinths in case enemies get in.
Turn back.
Same process with the characters. Monoko came in a single concept. I thought of a monkey-like body, white fur, with a black and red flat mask.
Ladies, could I?
Ow!
Definitely a Jestroll.
For Eskier, we needed a cuddly companion to take us around the world. I thought instantly of a giant inflatable balloon and old Victorian pillows with many intricate motifs. We start with the core themes and ideas, and the visuals grow organically from there.
From the very start of the project, there was one thing that we absolutely wanted to bring back from older JRPGs. A feature we really loved, but is very rare these days. A completely 3D and navigable world map. Yes, we got a world map. And it was a real challenge to create, both artistically and technically. And it ended up a lot bigger than we expected. You'll definitely need Eskier's help traveling around.
Here we go!
We're super
I
happy
love
with the
that
result,
guy.
though, as there's
That
a lot of
guy
side
rules.
quests and entire hidden levels. If you want to fight the toughest bosses of the game, you will have to explore. Good luck.
We've poured our hearts and souls into this game for the past 4 years. That's why we're delighted to announce that Expedition 33 launches on April 24th on
Oh, well, I
Xbox
guess-
Series X and
okay.
S and is available
Yeah,
day one
so-
with the Xbox Game Pass.
That's
You can already
interesting.
purchase the game
That's
and
so
follow
close to
us for
South of
more info.
Midnight.
We are super excited to invite you into the world of Expedition 33.
That's
We are a
crazy.
small, passionate team. It's our debut game, and we can't wait for you to discover our story, our world, and our take on the turn-based genre. On behalf of everyone at Sunfall,
Watch Doom be
thank
like,
you
we
for
come out
joining
May
us.
2nd.
Tomorrow
I'm like, come on.
Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Wishlist today. And yeah, it's on Game Pass. Okay. Here we go. Alright, it's Doom time. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. Oh man. Let's see what id's been
Hello,
cooking.
And welcome to Dallas, Texas, home of id Software, where more than 30 years ago, a small team of game developers helped define and set a course for first-person shooters. A lot has changed since then, but our team is as passionate as ever. And the most important values at the core of our games, innovation, craftsmanship, and performance, remain a priority for us to this day.
And
I
as
like
you're
that
about
shirt
to
that
see,
Hugo's got on.
Those values are infused in every aspect of this latest installment in the legendary Doom franchise. It is an honor to work on this game, to carry on its tradition of creating all-out, groundbreaking levels of fun.
So now, we're excited to share with you a look at our most ambitious game yet. This is Doom: The Dark Ages.
Let's
that was
go.
so stupid I mouthed the words.
That's awesome. All right, man. Okay. Jeez, dude. I'm already like... Oh my gosh.
In Doom: The Dark Ages, you will feel
I need
like
more
the
already.
superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell. Set in a cinematic sci-fi fantasy world full of locations to explore, powerful weapons to unlock, and enemies to conquer.
Oh, that looks
This
cool.
is a prequel
Holy
to
shit.
Doom 2016, and that's given us the opportunity to reimagine every aspect of this experience. So if you're new to the franchise, then Doom: The Dark Ages will be the perfect entry point into the series. And if you're
Okay.
a longtime fan, then you'll be proud to see, in a lot of ways, the feel of the game is really a return to form. So let's break it
Interesting.
down,
They've slowed it
starting
down.
with the
Okay.
combat.
Let's
In
see.
Doom Eternal, you felt like a fighter jet. In Doom: The Dark Ages, you'll be an iron tank. Heavy, strong, but still fast. A grounded
Ooh.
combat system with an emphasis on power over the acrobatics of Doom Eternal.
Okay.
And a balance between enemy projectiles and player movement speed that makes strafing to aim viable.
Oh,
again,
interesting.
just like in the classic Doom games. But it's not all about nostalgia. Innovation is the goal, always. And so for Doom: The Dark Ages, it's an all-new
There's gonna be some
world
Eternal
with
heads
new
who don't
tools
like this very
and new
much, but
mechanics
I'm
to
digging
master.
this.
Let me introduce you to the Shield Saw.
Hell yeah.
Throw. Parry. Deflect. All from one input. It's contextual. Tons of depth on a single button press.
I love that
Yeah, we
gun,
want
man.
every Doom game to stand on its own as a unique experience. So in 2016, we asked you to run and gun. In Doom Eternal, it was jump and shoot. And in Doom: The Dark Ages, you're gonna stand and fight.
All right. Shit. It's still pretty quick, though. Oh,
And the
man.
Shield Saw will give you the strength to go head to head with some of the biggest, baddest demons we've ever created at id. But that's not all. Because if you're gonna stand and fight, then you gotta have something to follow up that opening parry with. How about an
Ooh.
iron flail? Or
Jeez.
maybe an electrified gauntlet. Or even a doom spiked mace. That's right, we have 3 melee options that are part of a melee system. All on one
God
input,
damn,
complete
dude.
with combos and upgrades. And it's totally awesome.
Combos,
And
you say
can finish off
combos.
the demons now with an all-new, unsynced, completely in the player's control glory kill system. From any
Huh.
angle, in and out,
Okay.
as you see fit. And it feels amazing. You'll feel unstoppable smashing your way through the horde with total
Jeez, man.
freedom. And that seems like a ton, but that's just 2 inputs. We got one more really important button that we haven't talked about yet. The trigger.
He loves talking about the buttons, man. I'll never forget that funny tweet where it's like, you control the buttons you press.
That's right, we've saved the best for last. Doom has and always will be all about the guns.
Shit.
And Dark Ages has some of the
Is that
most
a
ridiculously powerful
double-barreled plasma gun? Oh my god! No way! It kind of reminds me of the laser rifle from Serious Sam.
brutal torture machines built to butcher, impale,
Aesthetically, anyway.
and shred the minions of hell with. Only in Doom. That's the mission statement
Jeez
for the
Louise.
design of these never before
Yeah, I guess there wouldn't be a BFG in this,
fun to
right?
use tools of mayhem that only the Slayer
Unless he brought it with him?
So let's take a look at some extended gameplay footage.
Hell
and
yes,
see how
please.
these medieval mechanics
Please.
synergize with the enemies
Let
and
me
the
see
environments to form the
extended
new
gameplay.
combat
Let's
loop for
go.
Doom: The Dark Ages.
Come on, baby. I'm loving the music, though. I was a little bit worried about that aspect. Good grief. Just kick him across the world. Oh, neat. Oh, I like that. That's sick. Dude, Jesus Christ. Woo. That's... Okay. Alright. Okay. Y'all been cooking, I see. Y'all have been cooking. Whew.
And under the
Man,
hood, for the first
that
time
looks
in an id game,
sick. What in the
we've made our
world?
combat more approachable and flexible than ever before, with a new difficulty system and sliders
Oh, okay.
that will allow players to tune the speed and challenge of the game to
Interesting.
whatever fits them best. You can slow things down or speed them up. It's a Doom for all Slayers.
And the gameplay doesn't end with just the Slayer. We finally have for you, you've been waiting for 2 games now, to get
Yeah.
in and pilot your very own 30-story Atlan.
Are we gonna see this?
It's the size of a building. It's powerful. And you can beat giant Titan-sized demons to death
Okay.
with gauntleted fists.
It's basically like a
If that
Pacific
wasn't
Rim
enough,
simulator?
We also have for you your very own fire-breathing, Gatling gun-toting cybernetic
Oh
dragon.
shit.
Neither of these are one-and-done features either. They have a full suite of abilities and even mini-bosses.
That's like at the flying section in Turok Evolution was good.
Unlike anything we've made it in, and the combat systems behind these features are deep and tons of fun.
Oh shit, man. Oh my god.
And as cool as all that is, we know that fans of
Get
single-player
wrecked.
action games expect more than just great combat to pull them through the experience. So we're excited to share with you not just the gunplay, but the world of Doom: The Dark Ages.
Okay. This is what I was curious about.
Your hero's journey will take you to the far reaches of the Doom universe. Mysterious worlds from the Slayer's past, dark forests, dungeons, ancient hellscapes, battlefields,
So we're gonna have pretty big
worlds beyond.
maps to
And through
explore.
exploration, you'll be unlocking new abilities,
Which is, I think, is
and
cool. Oh man.
godlike powers every step of the way. Now armed with your trusty shield saw, you're gonna cut, leap, and smash your way through environments full of secrets and treasures. There's always something new waiting to
Hey,
be
they still got the
discovered
key cards.
or destroyed. Now
I was
let's take
curious
a
about
closer
that.
look at just one of the many missions
Okay.
you'll experience in Doom:
Let's
The Dark
go.
Ages. In this level, you will meet the enemy at the gates and save a city from certain destruction. Explore the medieval battlefield outside the castle walls. seeking out targets and enemy formations along the way to engage with as you see fit, with any gun you choose. Explore what is the largest play space ever in a Doom game.
Oh
Discover
wow, look at
secret
this.
caves and dungeon-like mines
Oh my
in search of
god.
vital resources.
Oh, they brought swimming back. Oh, okay.
Where you go, who you fight, and the objectives you pursue.
So it's
a
open
Doom
world-ish.
sandbox full of war and riches.
Ish. Kind of.
Once you've broken the enemy assault, head back to the
Not
main
really.
gates because the battle isn't over yet.
Oh shit. Oh man. Yeah, the music's actually hitting, I'm not gonna lie.
And the soundtrack to your epic adventures will be composed by the award-winning team at Finishing Move, providing
Okay.
you with a metal soundscape that's loaded with guitars, medieval vibes, and pure adrenaline. You'll feel like you're expanding the legend of the Slayer with every mission you complete. And speaking of that legend, the story of Doom: The Dark Ages, like everything else in the game, is big. It's a summer blockbuster event with everything on the line, and you are the star of the show. Your
Jeez,
power
man.
is coveted by your enemies and withheld from your
Ooh,
allies.
Alex.
With the
Whoa.
Slayer imprisoned at the start of our story,
Big day
the
for like
balance
big
of power
pillow-looking
between good
guys.
and evil is shifting, and time is running out. It's a new story and the perfect entry point for new players. It's easier to access now as we've taken the narrative out of the codex and into the cutscenes, featuring new characters, old allies, and
Oh, hey, he's
powerful
back.
new villains. And for returning players, it leads directly into the Doom 2016 Slayer's Testaments. It's an action
Oh.
story worthy
Okay.
of the Slayer's legend.
We've got 10 years of making modern Doom games together, and we've done better with every game we've made.
The hope with all this,
I like
the
this
goal, is to give players an experience
tracking
that's
shot.
as fun to play as it was to make, and make something that's good enough to become the best game id has ever made.
But that is for you to decide. When Doom: The Dark Ages releases,
I knew it. Yep. Man, all these games are coming out really May 15th. Bro, no way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to order it on PS5, but we'll play it on Xbox or PC first, since it's on Game Pass. And then we'll play through it again on PS5, and we'll probably like ramp up the speed and stuff. Hey, this is really good. This is a really good showcase. I want to play all these games. Like,
You will feel like the super weapon in the center of a medieval
Man.
war against hell.
we'll take a look at this stuff again,
Hazel's
the Doom
powers
stuff
are
again,
designed around textile crafting and spinning wheels. The
when I'm
combat
like
system
near the
is
end of the
built
stream
around
tonight.
chain
But
attacks and unraveling
jeez
enemies.
Louise, dude.
Our reactive turn-based system has real-time reaction, which gives combat greater intensity and dynamism.
Man, this stuff looks so good. Although Ninja Gaiden comes out in fall, so not all of them are super close, but the other three are pretty closely released together, so yeah. Okay. Boy, Xbox was cooking with this one. Jeez Louise. Oh, well, actually, Ninja Gaiden 2 did come out, actually. The remaster, the remake, or whatever. And Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. I guess we're gonna play the Ninja Gaiden games this year. I didn't expect to do that. I wanted to. I thought maybe I put it on my list, and I was like, I put it in my maybe section. But now it's looking like I will. All right, Xbox, y'all cooked, man. Y'all cooked. That was sick.